Thank you.
One of the quickest players on the circuit in Thepchaiya Un-Nooh. Maybe tortoise for
Thank you.
Mark Selby is
First thing.
unkind, but I'm just trying to
Thepchaiya Un-Nooh to
emphasise
break.
the contrast in styles. And of course, in Aesop's fable, the tortoise won. And Selby's favourite to win this match.
Yeah, but it's a fascinating contest, isn't it? One of the most admired players on the circuit, Thepchaiya Un-Nooh, particularly from all the rest of the professionals themselves. Just love watching him play. He's such a talent. Very inconsistent, but when he's on fire, he is, well, he's a joy to watch. Let's hope he can produce some of that magic, and some of that magic that he produced against Ricky Walden in the last round, Phil, because he was 3-1 down, had a couple of possibilities of maximum breaks, and won the last 3 frames in, well, 25 minutes or 30 minutes, something ridiculous.
It's one of those matches where you can imagine and foresee any scoreline. Certainly 4-0 for Mark Selby. He can control this. But if Un-Nooh engages top gear, he could win 4-0. Or indeed anything in between.
Yeah, I think Selby will definitely test his patience. There's no doubt about that. Whereas Thepchaiya, he'll want to keep the balls as open as possible and not get embroiled in a safety battle with, well, one of the best that's ever been. And that man there.
The interesting thing is that normally when a fast player comes up against a slower player, the slower player dictates the pace. But Un-Nooh is so quick and so attacking, I think it will be the other way around in this. I can't imagine this would be a marathon.
Yeah, totally agree. It's not a case of Selby slowing the pace down. He'll just play the way he normally plays. He'll just worry about his own game, but he will play. And now you see him concentrating already. He wants to not just get the cue ball back into the bulk area, but wants to see exactly where he can hurt his opponent the most. And the safety is going to have to be good because this man is a devastating long putter.
What a start for Elliot Slesser. Just knocking in the pink there. The black to follow for a 128 total clearance. A statement break in taking the first frame from Kyron Wilson.
There's another typical Mark Selby safety shot. This got to be good. Get back to bulk. Yeah, well played. Very good return. Excellent.
Selby has got the armoury to tie Thepchaiya Un-Nooh in knots. But of course, you can't win matches by doing that alone.
this where you have to be so careful. Because one shot, knocking a red towards the corner pocket, could be very, very crucial. There was a loud noise on Mark Selby's backswing there, whatever it was, but it certainly put him off. What has he left? Red into the corner. Can he get on the pink? Oh, is he going to go in off? How unlucky is that?
Mark Selby 4.
Oh, can you believe it? Great shot. Pot the red, playing it with a lot of top spin. No legislation for that.
How unlucky is that, Ken? You asked the question. Desperately. And he could be parked in behind the yellow here. Why did I say could be? We knew he would be. On table 4, quick start for Luca Brissell, 1-0 up on Jack Jones. And on table 3, Liu Hao Shan has retaken the lead against Dave Gilbert at 3-2.
Yeah, could escape from Thepchaiya, but unfortunately for him, he's left a touching ball, so Mark Selby can just play away off that red. Doesn't have to hit it, of course. Could be all tight behind the ball colour once again. Playing off the green, try and hide that cue ball right behind the yellow. And he's done a good job. Big target, these reds. Down on just right of the black. Shouldn't be a problem. Doesn't want to leave anything though into the middle. Now, well, he's definitely left the red into the left corner. So a little bit careless there from Thepchaiya. Mark giving this a full attention. It's not straightforward because the cue ball may be going into the red just above it. Well, he played the outside one, but
One.
he's not going to be on a colour. Well, he's on the brown, but very difficult to get. Pot this and in and out of ball, come back down for one of these reds, but he's going to attempt it. Oh, that's very good. Excellent shot, that. Played it with a lot of pace. And have a look at that for a shot. Perfect on the red.
5.
It really was superb. There's a misconception about Mark Selby that he's always ultra defensive. That's not the case. If he fancies a shot and sees value in it, he will attack precisely like that.
Six.
He was subdued against Yuan Sejun last night. Even his celebration after winning 4-3 on the black was subdued. Almost sheepish.
13.
Of course, he won his first match here as well. 4-3 on the black against Pang Junzhu. In between, a walkover against Lim Kok Leong of Malaysia, who didn't show. He'd like to have a much more assertive display tonight.
$19.
Yeah, he has that wonderful innate ability that even when he's
20.
not playing at his best, you know, his B game, sometimes even his C game, and that's what it was against Wan Xijun. Wonderful clearance when he needed it, when his back was against the wall. He's able to find something like all the great champions are. And I'm just wondering, will it give him that little bit of boost confidence-wise?
26.
Clearly lacking. Not his usual full confident self. But sometimes a little win like that, plucking a clearance from
27.
nowhere and winning on the black, getting into the next round, can do the world of good for you.
$33. $34.
And may play on these two reds now into the left corner pocket. He's got a nice angle just to drop off the side cushion.
$40. $41.
And even if he takes the remaining two open reds with pinks, he will still need one of those 5 reds right at the black to be guaranteed winning this frame. So there's still a little bit to go. He's still obviously in a very commanding position, but he's going to need one of those
57.
reds.
$48.
The early indications, Ken, are positive. I think he's stroking the ball beautifully. Obviously, the brown, to get things underway, was spectacular. The rest has been highly efficient.
Yeah, he's kept a really good close control of that cue ball.
54.
This is the last of the loose reds. He wants to get a nice angle and potting this red on the pink to develop one of those reds just right of the black. Finish high here,
55.
and that looks just about perfect. And if he plays into the 3 reds, not the 2 reds directly to the right of the black, just those 3 reds, he'll knock one of these reds towards this right corner pocket. And that's exactly what he's done. Great shot.
$61.
Yeah, he had to miss those 2 reds just to the right of the black. If he hit them, it could have gone wrong, but he played it well as well as he could have.
62.
The opening frame has been won clinically.
$68. 69. $74.
Of course, here this week, the intent is to try and win his first ranking event since the WST Classic in his home city of Leicester
75.
early last year. It's been something of a drought for Selby. A man who's won 22 ranking titles.
$82. $83.
Yeah, using the angle of the pocket, trying to get the cue ball out into the nice position now. This would be some shot. Put this pink in and out of ball. No, playing the black. Lots of bottom, trying to hold the cue ball. Yeah, good shot.
I think that was sensible, Ken, because I think it gave him some indication of what
90.
the reaction would be. That could be useful going forward.
91.
This has been an amazing break. I mean, when you think it, when he came to the table, pot that first red, took on that really tough brown into the middle pocket. He's really crafted this beautifully.
98.
That's the thing about Mark Selby, you know, the balls are there to be potted. He can pot them. He can make break build just as good as any of the top players. Well played.
An elegantly crafted break.
100. Mark Selby, 100. And the
Three
frame.
figures. And the first frame won in fine fashion. Announcing the start of the second frame, and from Mark Selby's viewpoint, he would like to see a carbon copy. For all of these brilliance, Thepchaiya Un-Nooh, when he gets down, he's capable of missing anything, making any kind of mistake. Selby's aware of that, having won 4 of their previous 5 meetings. And consequently, he knows the importance of asserting his authority, not just in the first frame, but in this one as well. Try and get his opponent's shoulders to slump. the centuries are suddenly flowing. Jack Jones has made one to equalise against Luca Brissell. To bill this one as the grinder against the showman is a little simplistic when you consider that the century that Selby made in the first frame was his fourth in meetings with Un-Nooh, and he's only made one against him.
Yeah, speculative attempt at the red into the right centre. He's been very fortunate. He hasn't left this red, an easy red, into the right centre. But he may have left this long red for Mark Selby. And he's also had a quick look to see if the black is potable, which it is. So one good long straight pot. This is a real good test of cueing. Always knew he was going to leave something had he missed it, and added that little bit of pressure to it.
Potting from distance was the weak part of his game against Yuan Sejun last night.
As you rightly said, Phil, for all his talent, he can pot anything, but he could miss anything as well. Hasn't settled yet. Who knew? He hasn't really had much of a chance, but that was a half chance.
The winner of this match in the quarterfinals will take on Liu Haoshan or Dave Gilbert. That one's just gone 3-3. Gilbert forcing a decider with a break of 70. Yes, Un-Nooh is one of the most wildly inconsistent players you're ever going to see, and the reason for that is his highs are so high, but the lows leave him vulnerable.
This red cuts. He's coming around to have a look at the angle, but definitely pots, but he doesn't really know where the cue ball is going. He's hoping that it will avoid the reds and go in and out of balk. Always need a little bit of luck here.
One.
That's not too bad. He'll settle for that. Now, where's the next red going to come from? That red possibly below the pink into the bottom right corner pocket. But it's a small window. It's a small window. Has he found it? I think he has. Nice shot.
Three.
There's a possible plant there as well.
Four. 9. Ten.
Just wondering, will he revisit the possibility of that plant just below the pink into the bottom right corner pocket? Yeah, that could be made. There's a bit of distance between the reds. Pink is in an awkward position here because it's so far away from the reds. If he tried to play pot the blue and hit the pink, he could miss the pack altogether. It's a good pot. Nicely on this red. Excellent shot.
15.
He's been fluent in this break, but for him, the pace is sedate.
16.
He will turn on the afterburners, don't worry.
Twenty-three.
Our colleague Stephen Hendry knows from personal experience just how good Thepchaiya Un-Nooh can be. At the 2021 UK Championship, in a best-of-11 frame match against Stephen, Un-Nooh made 5 centuries.
But Stephen is happy.
31.
Just a little bit too much pace in the cue ball there. Now, one good pot here and nice position. Be a frame winner. Ah, good pot. Well played.
$38. 39.
It's just a wonderful cueist. Just got a beautiful, delicate touch, and the way he caresses the cue ball around the table. Very elegant.
44. 45.
Hard to comprehend, but it's true. A few seasons ago, Thepchaiya Un-Nooh was in grave danger of relinquishing his tour card, being relegated from the main tour. That would have been criminal, because he's great to watch.
$51. 52.
Really has taken these very, very well indeed.
58.
Red, pink, one more red required.
59.
What a start to this match. He looked a bit ragged at the beginning of this frame. Missed a few
65.
pots by quite some way. But this really
66.
settled him down. These short best of 7 matches, you really got to get up and running very, very quickly.
72. 73.
We saw Mark Allen make a 147 earlier. It was magical.
80.
This man's made a witnessed 155 in practice.
81.
It was actually caught on camera.
Even that shot there, Phil, look at how beautifully he played that little positional shot for the black. Leave the angle to disturb these two reds. It was sublime.
88.
Reminds me a lot of a young Jimmy White, the
89.
way he plays. Just effortless and just beautiful strike on the ball.
$95.
When he's at his best, you think, how can he possibly lose? When he's at his worst, you think, how can he possibly win?
96.
That's the enigma.
What a shot. And that was played to take that brown off the cushion, keep the break going. Oh, such a shame.
Thepchaiya, Un-Nooh. 96.
No
And a frame.
century, but pretty much touche from Thepchaiya. 1-1.
Thepchaiya, Un-Nooh to break.
In fact, punches have been traded. Great start to what's promising to be an absorbing match. Over on table 3, it appears as though David Gilbert has done enough to beat Liu Haoshan. Not over the line yet, ball's being potted still. But hard to believe Liu can come back from a massive deficit. He does not. Liu Haoshan concedes. Dave Gilbert is through. 4-3 after being 3-2 down. So Gilbert will play in the quarterfinals tomorrow, the winner of this one.
Is he looking at a possible plan to add those balls in a line into this corner pocket? They are, you know. They certainly are.
One.
Very well spotted. Bit unlucky. He's not on a ball colour. A little bit better. Could take the brown on, but, well, it'd be very, very risky. He's tempted. I think it's too risky. I think, yeah, put the cue ball somewhere in the vicinity. The green pocket and the ball cushion. Try and get it tight. Oh.
Thepchaiya, Un-Nooh. 1.
He's left the red. That's potable, but well, fraught with a lot of danger, that shot. Cue ball going into green. No guarantee of being on a colour. That's a wonderful shot. Didn't look much, but very, very effective. Cool. Once again, very, very fortunate there. Thepchaiya catching the black, could have gone anywhere.
Selby reels away. That did not go according to plan.
He could play for black here. That's what he was eyeing up. He leaves the cue ball somewhere where the red is now. Be able to pot the black. Makes the pot a little bit easier just playing for the black here. If he tries to deep screw it, makes the pot a bit more difficult. But he played it very, very well. Decided to go up for the blue and played it nicely.
And on a table, in conditions that haven't been universally popular, the action he got on that cue ball was so effortless.
I would have liked that cue ball to travel just a little bit further behind that red, just to make it almost unmissable, but that's why he's taking this alternative red.
7.
Yeah, played that lovely. Nice full ball kiss on that red just to stop the cue ball in its tracks. Now, could play for black here. Maybe delicate little shot, but no. Back up for blue.
13.
Wait for another opportunity.
His pace of play, I'll say it again, reserved. This is a man who's had more than one season where his average shot time for the campaign as a whole, Ken, has been under 17 seconds per shot. Not just one match or one tournament, whole seasons.
Yeah, quite amazing.
18.
Slowing up, Phil. Must be age. He's up to 20 seconds a shot now.
We'll let him off.
Yeah, he'd love to get the black back on its spot. He's just contemplating, will he play the little cannon while potting this next red on the red just below it and hold for the black? Yeah,
19.
played it nicely. Just makes the break a lot easier to get that black back on its spot. It was the right shot. Oh, this red going close to the middle pocket. Oof.
Well, Stuart Bingham last
26.
night had a nightmare in off. Went into a middle pocket at the most ridiculous angle, and I was beginning to
27.
think the red might do the same there. Thankfully for Un-Nooh, it just grazed the near jaw, and now he's off and almost running.
34. Thirty-five.
Well, before this match happened, we were eulogising about
42.
how well he played and how well he can play. Public won't be
43.
used to seeing this man on television screens, seeing his talent, but certainly starting to see it now. We didn't know which Thepchaiya was going to turn up tonight.
50.
And he's certainly the right one so far.
51.
This is both a compliment and a criticism rolled into one. You'll get a lot of people saying, and I wouldn't disagree with them, that Un-Nooh is one of the game's greatest
58.
underachievers. Because in terms of his skill level, he's world class, plain and simple.
Okay. 59.
That's the thing about sport, isn't it? And talent alone doesn't win anything. There's a lot of variables in every sport. You've got to have the mental strength, confidence, as well as the
66.
ability and skill. Got to have the spirit as well.
67.
Certainly shown a lot of great qualities tonight so far. This is a wonderful start. What a match.
72. 73.
Out there right now, 3 world champions are trailing. It's going to be 2-1 here, of course. Elliot Slesser 2-1 up on Karen Wilson. Jack Jones 2-1 up on Luca Brissell.
81.
Chris Wakelin and Mark Allen, they will be starting shortly.
86. Thepchaiya, no. 86. And a frame.
86. A silky break from the tie. He was 1-0 down, now he leads 2-1.
Mark Selby to break.
But since then, he's not bothered the scorers. Un-Nooh with breaks of 96 and 86 is 2-1 up.
One.
184 points with that reply for Un-Nooh. And if that trend continues, the match will not be lengthy.
Oh, well, if that's not a hot shot, I don't know what is. Look at the way he played that shot with lots of running side off 2 cushions. Amazing.
4.
This isn't an exhibition. This is the last 16 of a major world ranking event against a multiple world champion. That was preposterous. Audacious.
Just a moment, please.
The only way you can stop Un-Nooh in his tracks, a referee having to put the pink closest to its own spot, in behind the bunch. That's the only way you can keep him inactive when the balls are on.
Thank you. 10. $11.
Yeah, just far enough up the table. It's got a nice angle on the blue. We play for the red, just directly above the black here. And he leave himself a nice little angle, which he has done. Just when potting this red, just brush
16.
the red to the right of the black out of the way. Bring the black into play. Oh, but he forgot the pot.
16.
He forgot the pot. Concentrating so much on the black. He forgot to pot the red.
Worryingly, over the years, when I've seen him miss 1 or 2, it quickly becomes 5 or 6.
One.
Tried to make something happen there into the pack.
8.
Blessed with a lot of cue power, Mark Selby. Trying to use it there, but just didn't catch the reds where he wanted them. Just lost the cue ball. Just a safety shot. Back to balk. Wait for another chance.
Mark Selby, 8.
Such a compelling vibe about this match. 2 totally different players, both in terms of achievement and approach.
Foul. Mark Selby, 4.
Well, the unlucky in-off in the first frame cost Thepchaiya and Un-Nooh. Well, this one.
Foul.
It's the World Billiards Championship at the end of next month. That one would have been a crowd pleaser.
One.
I would have liked to have been down a little bit further with that cue ball for the blue. May still take the blue. No, shaping up for the green, just for the loose red. Imperative.
4.
He gets a nice angle on the next colour after potting this red.
5.
That's not it. It's a poor shot from Mark Selby. There's the angle, and it's not very good.
$12. Mark Selby 12.
Well, he left himself open to that safety shot. Mark Selby there played a very negative, containing safety shot, but he's got himself in trouble. Can't roll up to this red. It's close to the left-hand side cushion because he'd leave a red into the middle pocket. What's he looking at? He's wondering if he comes off 2 cushions and rolls to that red that he was pointing the cue at. Would he leave a red into the left corner? He may have to play the 2 cushion escape here. Just try and clip a red off 2 cushions and get back the ball somehow. Could go wrong this.
Foul. Nemes. Thepchaiya
Doesn't want to leave a
4.
free ball.
Back.
So by going narrow, he didn't make contact with the reds in an unwarranted way. Now he's got the opportunity to make the necessary adjustment and get the desired clip.
We don't have it. We don't have it.
That's the way he rolls, Ken.
I mean, we don't have the replay machine now. We don't have the replay machine. I'm sorry about that. Just a moment, please.
Now that's interesting. Referee telling Mark Selby they don't have the machine available
Can you have a look?
to be able to put the cue ball back
Yeah. Thepchaiya.
exactly where it was before. I think they've arrived at a good consensus, though.
It's gone wrong. Problem here for Mark Selby now. Oh, wow, what a let off. What a let off.
As I said before, Ken, I've seen this particular film several times. When he misses 1 or 2, he might miss 5 or 6. That's been a recurring theme in his career.
What happens at the end, Phil?
I never give the end away because I don't know. What I do know is that Jack Jones has now taken a 3-1 lead over Luca Brissell, and Chris Wakelin has won the first frame against maximum man Mark Allen.
Oh, that was very high tariff. Didn't have to push the boat out there. That's just the way he plays. Well, he's left and gifted Mark Selby. Wonderful chance here.
One.
He came around to have a look at that red. Does it pot? Well, I think it does. It's pretty tight though. And of course, if he pots this red, that will release the red
6.
just above the black into the opposite corner pocket. There you see, pretty tight. Well played.
7.
But he's still going to need to break up those reds and pink to make this a possible frame winner.
$14. $15.
Oh, it's not perfect. Try to make something happen with that red. Now what's available? Maybe one red there.
He struck that pretty nicely. Didn't get quite the action in the cue ball he wanted, but you could
21.
not possibly moan about that, especially using the rest.
Mark Selby, 21.
Jacking the butt of the cue in the air, you can miss anything. But Selby left nothing.
not on this long red into the left corner, but those two reds. He was having a look at the possibility of a plant, but that'd be very difficult to make that. It's possible. Oh, what a shot.
1.
Oh, I think he's been a little bit fortunate. He may have got a little touch off the red just above it. Yes, it wasn't a little bit of fortuitous that, but still, it was a brave shot to take on. He's got a little bit of luck.
4.
Can he make the most of it? All the reds in the open. What a chance.
5.
In situations like this, you look for potential pitfalls. Apart from
10.
losing concentration, or maybe nervousness, there aren't any.
Yeah, there was a little grimace on his face when he played that blue. He just didn't bring that cue ball over far as much as he would have liked. Wanted a pot of red and hold for the pink.
11.
Now he has to play for the black. And okay, I don't expect him to miss it, but there's pressure on now. He knows that if he misses it, it's frame over. Nicely played.
$18.
The red left of the pink is the easier shot, but the right shot to play is this red right of the black. It's a little bit more of an acute angle into the pocket, but this could go wrong.
19.
It's not great. It's not great. And that's what sometimes pressure does to you. You make the wrong decisions out there. Sometimes you take the easier ones. And you know you should have taken a more difficult one. Can he retrieve it? It's not too bad.
25. Thepchaiya, Un-Nooh.
He was
25.
walking, he was convinced that was in. He can't believe it. I thought there was a chance it could wobble and stay on the table.
These pockets are playing a little bit tighter now. They've had a lot of play, so they do tighten up. If that was day one, brand new cloth, they slide into the pockets. There's no doubt he would have potted that. Oh, what a nice kiss on the pink there. Holds his hands up.
As they say, Ken, as good as a fluke.
$7.
And this was a similar type of shot that he refused earlier. He probably should have played this red. Thepchaiya would have made the break a little bit easier.
8.
This is what Selby does best when he needs it.
10. 12.
Could be a turning point, Phil, in this match. Max Selby just glancing at the scores. 12 points in the lead. Green and brown just required.
$15. $19.
You're so right, Ken.
$24.
Un-Nooh had the opportunity for 3-1. Now, though, his advantage has been eradicated.
37.
A match in so many ways that is living up to expectations. It's 2-2.
Frame 5. Thepchaiya Un-Nooh to break.
Frame 5 here of a possible 7. Who will poke their nose in front?
Foul. Mark Selby 4.
He just keeps doing it.
Yeah, mistakes creeping in. Maybe thought of that red staying in the pocket when he thought it was in the previous frame. Still on his mind.
1.
At this level, when you cause the cue ball to leave the table, quite often you leave the table for an extended period of time. Yes, Selby has got some development work to do, but nevertheless, this has to be regarded as a promising opening.
Five.
Yeah, it's a really nice situation here. Max Selby can just peel off these loose reds. Doesn't have to develop anything. You won't mind the pink going on the brown spot. That pink spot is covered.
$11.
These reds just above the black, they'll, as he pots one, will unravel another.
12. $19. 20.
And as he puts the next red, that will release another red into the bottom right corner pocket. But got to start contemplating very shortly about splitting that pack and how he's going to go about it.
27.
One more loose red, and if might be able to leave himself low on the red, where when potting it, he could possibly dislodge another one or two. Yeah, he's left himself that low angle.
35.
He could play this with top spin, or he could screw it back.
$36.
Not perfect. Sort of betwixt and between the blue and the black. Just to negotiate a pathway if he does take the blue on between green and pink. Avoid missing the brown. Well, that's very good. Needs to slow up. We'll settle for that. We've played for that
41.
red into the left middle.
Yes, it stopped in the nick of time.
Mark Selby,
But
41.
that was always heading towards the near jaw. So a useful start to the frame for Selby. But he's left the table prematurely. Big moments on table 2. Elliott Slessor slicing in the pink to take a 3-1 lead over Kyron Wilson. The story there, by the way. Slessor Mr. Pressure Brown. Wilson knocked in the brown, but then badly overcut a tough blue. Slesser, blue and pink, to be one frame away from victory over the reigning world champion. Selby very good, Ken, at protecting a lead.
Yeah, he's been patient. Could have taken that red on into this bottom right corner pocket, but thought he had a straightforward safety to balk. He was trying to get behind the brown there, didn't. Oh, has he left it? Has he left it over the middle? Wow. It's not straightforward though. I mean, it looks like it's over the pocket, but it's certainly not. And particularly into these middle pockets, they're so tight. He has to play it with pace because it could drift. And playing it with pace, well, that is missable. That is a very difficult shot.
Psychologically, what you do, you try and avoid that near jaw at all costs, and sometimes you yank it into the far jaw.
Oh, well played. Well played.
Six. Seven.
This is such an improvement on his performance against Yuan Sejun.
$14.
Well, that's gone wrong. And from a position of strength, it looked like, for all money, the pot in that initial first red, that he was going to win the frame from that position, but Thepchaiya will get another chance. Certainly to come back to the table.
Mark Selby, 14.
So Selby begins the process of pulling down the shutters. Putting a red. Awkward. That's why Un-Nooh wanted to bring it back into the open.
Foul. And a miss. Thepchaiya Un-Nooh. 4.
To play the shot he wanted, it was a tight squeeze. But I suppose when you're 59 ahead, you can afford 4 penalty points.
Back.
One of those shots, Ken, where the replacement of the balls, a millimetre makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it is. Because if it's a millimetre out, you can see more of the red. But I'm sure Mark is a wonderful sportsman. He won't try and get any advantage from this whatsoever. If you think the referee hasn't put it back in the right position.
No.
Even though it would suit him, maybe the first one to say.
It might be a fraction.
Okay.
I think it's something we're very proud of in the sport, Phil. You know, good sportsmanship.
Good pot from here. But I couldn't leave the white there. I was only leaving the white here, where it was before. I was leaving the white.
Yeah, knowing you've got honesty amongst the players gives the referees a security
Thepchaiya.
blanket.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's just going to try and brush the red onto the left-hand side cushion here. Oh, that's yellow again.
Foul. And a miss.
Oh, you won't be putting it back this
Thepchaiya
time.
Un-Nooh. 4.
What a mistake.
Well, for someone like Selby, whose tactical savvy is off the charts, that was extraordinary. What a gift.
6.
Pressure, Phil. He looked a little bit nervy on that shot.
7.
Now, what can Thepchaiya do here?
$14. 15.
He's okay. That was Selby's
22.
only chance, really, if that little cannon went wrong, but it hasn't. It's worked out a treat.
23.
Can he keep his composure? Keep his emotions in check here. Big moments in this match. Oh, this could go wrong. It could go wrong. He might. Oh, he put his hand up.
30.
He's been so lucky. Oh, fresh air. Have another go.
31.
You can't do that in golf, but you can do it in snooker.
No timing, no contact.
38. 39. 46. 47.
Well, here was the pot.
31.
52.
So 1 point ahead, which means he's going to need up to and including the blue.
Thank you.
Okay.
54. Fifty-seven.
What a setback this would be for Selby.
61.
Only the blue needed. Earlier in this frame, I said that Mark
66.
Selby was excellent at preserving a lead. My bad. Un-Nooh's good.
72. 79.
Pure cheek.
Thepchaiya Un-Nooh.
And pure talent. The tie back in front at 3-2.
Time for entertainment. Grosvenor Casinos sponsors ITV4 Nights.
Families. It's all go, all the time. So we are too. We're here for the big things, little things, and the everyday things. Round the clock, wherever you are, there's always someone there, taking care of all of you, including you. And now covering all your kids for the price of one. Your family's health covered by Bupa.
Yeah, Betfair Casino. Prize pinball for no dough. Tell me why you wouldn't want a free jackpot. Do you have more pay? No, this is not that kind of shop. Come have a prize. Free jackpot every day. But hey, let's Betfair Casino today.
Such a good day.
All new Dacia Spring 100% electric. Available from £14,995. The UK's most affordable new electric car.
Time for entertainment. Grosvenor Casinos sponsors ITV4 Nights.
Mark
Thank
Selby
you.
is one of the game's
26.
great
Mark Selby
fighters.
break.
He never waves the white flag, but he's got problems here. Has to win the last couple of frames. Also with problems, Luca Brissell. He's 35 behind, 25 on. Looks as though Jack Jones is going to win this one 4-2. Brissell carrying on, but it looks a little forlorn.
1.
Last night I described Mark Selby as the master of brinkmanship. Can he retain that mastery?
Six.
I think if anybody can, it's certainly Mark Selby.
7.
He's already come through 2 deciders on the black ball both times. So he's not immune to this.
14.
Yes, if he wins this frame, Ken, it will be over the course of last week and this. 5 consecutive deciding frame finishes.
15.
At the English Open in the last 16, he beat Si Jiahui 4-3, then lost 5-4 to Ishpreet Singh Chadha. Here, he's beaten Pang Junzhu 4-3, Yuan Sejun 4-3. And the plan is to repeat in this match.
I think that actually suits Mark Selby, the pink down at the back of the pack, because that red, it's closest to the pink spot. Maybe potable into this bottom right corner pocket.
Thank you. 21.
Brussels could not get the snookers. Jack Jones, Crucible finalist in the spring, is through. Yeah, Jones now has got a spring in his step. Into the quarterfinals
29.
to take on Oliver Lines.
Thirty. $35. $36.
Mark Allen, it's been a memorable day for him with that 147. He's now 2-1 up on Chris Wakelin. Allen trying to set up a blockbuster quarter-final against Judd Trump. Selby would love to take on his good pal Dave Gilbert in the quarter-finals.
$44.
Now, was the red on it just near the pack, or is he going to play into the pack? It must be on. Well, that certainly helps. When we're potting this, we'll certainly bring
47.
some more reds into play. Just got to be careful here. If he plays the screw shot, doesn't go near the middle pocket, off the other red. Doesn't go near the middle pocket. He's okay.
48.
It was pretty close.
On table 2 on ITVX, Kyron Wilson has pulled one back against Elliot Slesser. Slesser's lead 3-2.
Always need a bit of luck here. Well, it could have been better.
50.
Could play the red into the left centre. Try and hold the cue ball for the pink. Well, it's certainly not straightforward, this. Very missable, this one. Oh, well played.
51.
Lovely shot. Excellent.
It's a match that deserves
57.
a decider. I think it's been one of the best matches, if not the best match, of the entire tournament so far.
Yeah, I think you're right, Phil. I think it deserves it. I think you're right. This is what Mark
58.
Selby's all about, even though he lost what he would consider a poor frame to lose. That could be a real sucker punch, but he's come back swinging. He's still a couple of pots away from making sure this frame slightly reluctant to take the blue, but he's going to take it because the cue ball will be going towards that right side cushion. Managed to check it up, and that should be
63.
it. This red to leave Thepchaiya needing snookers.
64.
Wonderful.
Un-Nooh getting ready for an all-important 7th frame. All of the marbles will rest on that.
'71. '76. '77. '82. '83.
This reputation of being a grinder, you know, sometimes doesn't hold true. If Selby can make a century here, it would be his 17th of the season. And with that, he'd be only 2 behind table-topping Judd Trump, who's made 19. He is not one-dimensional at all. World class in every department.
89.
Yeah, this is typical Selby-esque. Back against the wall. Produces
95.
his best break of the night.
97.
This for his 2nd century of the contest.
100. $104. $109. $115.
It's the 4th time already this season he's made a pair of centuries in a match.
Mark Selby, 115.
And this one, the latest, transporting back onto level terms and sets up a grandstand finish. At British Open.
The deciding frame. Thepchaiya Un-Nooh to break.
Selby coming down to have a look at these 2 reds. Are they a plant into this left corner pocket? Well, they are. Definitely. But cue ball would be careering into the pack of reds. He wouldn't have a clue where the... It's not dead set. He's got to play it with so much pace. Top spin. What a shot to take on. Oh, well played. Now, what are you on? Is he on the black through the gap? Maybe not. It's close. Oh, it's very close. I don't think he has enough of the black, though. He could play it. Maybe a little bit of a swerve. What do you think, Phil? Very tight, isn't it?
Well, it's the eye of the storm, the eye of a needle. And the eyes have it.
Very fortunate to be on that black. But it was a brave shot, taking on that plant.
Nine.
Well, will Thepchaiya get another shot? All he did was break off. So unlucky to leave the plant. He's got to sit there now and suffer. He can't bear to watch.
16.
Mark Selby needs to adopt the same pace of play that's taken him here. He was never going to outpace Thepchaiya Un-Nooh, but his average shot time of 24 seconds, that is perfectly acceptable. Doesn't want to become indecisive in the decider.
$17.
Won't be able to hold for blue here.
22.
He may play for black or pink.
$23.
Played it nicely. He's got a nice angle. He can just stun up for one or two reds into this left corner pocket now.
$30. $31.
What's he looking at here? Now, the first red obviously is being blocked by the second red that's close to this left corner pocket. It's not ideal. It's just come, let me say, almost straight. Delicate little shot to try and get on that red in the middle of the bunch. He hasn't hit it hard enough, so
37.
potable, but very hard to see the angle now. The balls are very, very close together. Big stretch too.
Into a semi-blind pocket with no position guaranteed. Not an enviable scenario.
He might bite the bullet here and just play a good safety shot. So disappointed. That was a wonderful opportunity to win frame match from that position. Doesn't want to leave the table, but it looks like he's going to have to. Too risky. Take on that red.
Some players might give in to temptation in this instance as he meditates. Selby, it's all about the percentages with him.
Mark Selby, 37.
Thepchaiya Un-Nooh has been a member of the elite top 16 in the world rankings. The only other tie to achieve that, James Wattener. Wattener was runner-up in the British Open on 3 consecutive occasions, 92, 93, 94. Didn't quite get the job done. Will that be the same for Un-Nooh this evening? The cue ball is running a little ferociously.
Well, has he got enough of this red? Take it on. That's the black. Always a good idea to come behind the ball and have a look as well. Maybe just enough room. Play it with a little bit of left-hand side. Shake it ahead. Doesn't like it. It's risky because if he plays it and plays the cue ball back to ball and misses it, he's possibly going to leave the one that's closest to this left corner pocket. No, he's not playing it. Playing a safety shot. Getting a red safe.
Not a bad cue ball, but Selby will be pleased to see another red go safe. The more the merrier for him.
Yeah, another red. Put safe on the cushion, but Thepchaiya will try and bring it back. One of these back into play. Thepchaiya holding slight advantage in this little safety bout. Will he get another chance?
At the start of the frame, we were admiring the pace of Selby's play. It's definitely slowed in this frame for entirely understandable reasons. Good pot, Ken, but not the luckiest kiss.
No, he's been a bit unfortunate there. Now, does he brave the brown into the left centre and try and get on a red? Well, what a shot to take on in the final frame at that angle. Very courageous. Oh, what a shot.
Elliot Slasher has just cleared the last two reds down to the pink to complete a 4-2 victory over Kyron Wilson. Lots of good shots in that clearance. The most important, the glue that held it all together, a double on the last red. Slesser through to play John Higgins in the quarterfinals. He's knocked in so many wonderful pots to middle this evening. But he needs another fine pot here.
Six.
Yeah, good pot. Slightly low on the black. He's okay. Oh, we could be unlucky here again. That's unfortunate. Could have been
13.
kinder. That will break into the reds. Yeah, have a look at this again. Wanted to hit the middle of those reds instead of the first one, but still could have been a bit more kinder to him.
Thepchaiya, Un-Nooh, 13.
Selby entitled to breathe a sigh of relief, getting back to the table. Last night's decider against Yuan Sejun took 40 minutes. How will this one pan out? Been quite a quick match, really.
One.
Just held up enough for the brown. Already 25 points to the good, so plenty of reds in open play to accumulate enough points to leave Thepchaiya needing snookers here. Play this nicely.
And you have to say, Ken, leaving that red on Thepchaiya, going for the one to middle, that was very ambitious.
Yeah, it's just the way he plays. He goes for his shots. There's no way Max Selby would have taken that on, but they play a different game. It's mostly attack from Thepchaiya.
On ITV.
Go back to that fourth frame, Phil, where he left that red in the corner pocket. Looked for all money that it was in, and he could have gone on to
12.
a 3-1 lead at that time. It would have been hard for Mark Selby to come back from that, but now very good position now to win frame match. It's been highly entertaining.
13.
Wonderful breaks. 2 centuries, 90 odd, 86, 79.
And a study in contrasts.
$20. $21.
So 51 ahead. Quick glance at the score from Mark Selby. This red
57.
will put him 52 ahead. Just 51 remaining. And there it is. And it looks like he's going to prevail again in another last frame encounter, Phil. Incredible.
Appropriate. He knocked in match ball with the rest. He's been perfect with that implement this evening. And this is the kind of display and result that could boost Selby's confidence. And that's what
32.
he required the most. Almost there, almost into his 97th ranking event quarter-final.
Yeah, I must say, showed great resolve when the back was against
33.
the wall. And showed all his qualities. He's the great champion he is. Feel a little bit sorry for Thepchaiya. He's played his part in a wonderful match. He's played some great snooker tonight.
58.
But unfortunately for him, he's going to come second best.
Mark Selby, 38.
Again, though, when the chips were down, Selby was on the mark. He's the master of brinkmanship again. Mark Selby 4, Thepchaiya